Number 3. Suzuki Fronte Coupe LC10W. Small, quirky, and almost toy-like, the Suzuki Fronte Coupe LC10W looked more like a cheerful city runabout than anything capable of stirring excitement. Yet this tiny machine hid an attitude far bigger than its size suggested, especially when you heard what was sitting behind the rear seats. Suzuki equipped the Fronte Coupe with a high-revving two-stroke engine that loved to scream. Its 0.36-liter two-stroke inline-3 produced around 37 horsepower and 31 pound-feet of torque. It reached 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 17 seconds, and top speed was around 78 miles per hour. On paper, nothing impressive, but this was a featherweight K-car built to dance, not drag race. With the engine mounted in the rear, an ultra-light body, and sharp, responsive handling, the LC10W felt surprisingly alive on tight roads. Drivers praised its playful nature, the way it darted through corners, and the unique soundtrack of its high-revving two-stroke engine. It became a cult favorite for enthusiasts who appreciated momentum driving long before it was trendy. But two-stroke emissions became a global target in the late 70s. As regulations tightened, many countries banned or restricted imports of Fronte models outright due to smoke output and outdated emissions equipment. Safety standards were also a hurdle, leaving the LC10W non-compliant in multiple regions. Yes, it had limitations: minimal power, basic comfort, and a temperamental engine, but none of that erased its charm. Today, the Suzuki Fronte Coupe LC10W stands as one of Japan's most charismatic K-sleepers. Tiny, loud, unconventional, and now restricted in many parts of the world because it simply belonged to a different era. Number 2. Mitsubishi Galant Lambda. The Mitsubishi Galant Lambda carried the look of a smooth, stylish Grand Tourer. Wide stance, long doors, and that late 70s futuristic vibe. It looked more like a comfortable cruiser than anything built to surprise drivers. But underneath the sleek lines, Mitsubishi hid a powertrain that gave this coupe far more bite than most expected. In its higher spec trims, the Lambda came equipped with a solid performing engine for its class. Its 2-liter inline-4 produced around 120 horsepower and 120 pound-feet of torque. It reached 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 11 seconds, and top speed was around 112 miles per hour. Not headline numbers, but paired with rear-wheel drive and a smooth balanced chassis, the Lambda had a quiet confidence that made it a surprisingly capable road car. The interior leaned toward luxury, and the styling combined sharp lines with a fastback profile that still turns heads today. Mitsubishi marketed it as a personal luxury coupe, but enthusiasts quickly learned it had enough performance to keep up with sportier rivals. The Lambda's handling was predictable and stable, making it a comfortable long-distance driver that still had spirit when pushed. However, emissions tightening in the late 70s created trouble. The Lambda's carbureted engines struggled to meet new standards in multiple markets, and updated safety requirements made certain variants non-compliant. Over time, several trims became restricted or illegal to import without costly modifications. Sure, it wasn't perfect. Fuel economy was mediocre, weight wasn't on its side, and parts availability declined with age. But the Lambda delivered style and hidden capability in a way few expected. Today, it stands as a forgotten JDM coupe with unexpected skill, remembered not just for its looks, but for how quietly it slipped into restricted territory as regulations evolved. Number 1. Nissan Cherry F2 Coupe. The Nissan Cherry F2 Coupe looked like a friendly little commuter. Compact, curved, and almost too innocent to take seriously. But this was Nissan's attempt to inject real personality into a small car, and the result was a coupe that handled far better than anyone expected from a modest 70s hatchback. Nissan gave the F2 Coupe a surprisingly lively powertrain for its size. Its 1.4-liter inline-4 produced around 85 horsepower and 83 pound-feet of torque. It reached 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 13 seconds, and top speed was around 99 miles per hour. Those numbers don't sound wild, but its lightweight and quick revving character made the car feel far more energetic on the road than its figure suggested. Front-wheel drive gave the Chery F2 a level of grip and confidence rarely found in affordable Japanese cars of the time. The steering felt direct, the chassis nimble, and the coupe format made it more playful than the standard Chery sedan. On tight city roads and backstreet corners, it genuinely surprised drivers with how eager it felt. However, as emission standards evolved in the late 70s, Nissan's carbureted engines, especially high-compression versions, struggled to meet newer regulations in several markets. Safety requirements also changed rapidly, leaving certain Chery F2 configurations non-compliant. Over time, this pushed the model into restricted or banned import status in multiple regions. It had simple flaws, modest power, basic interiors, and thin body metal that didn't age gracefully. But none of that erased its charm. Today, the Nissan Chery F2 Coupe stands as a forgotten little performer, not fast but full of character. A car that quietly slipped into illegal territory as the world moved past its era. These 1970s sleepers prove one thing: Japan was building monsters long before the world realized it. Cars that looked innocent but hid power, precision, and engineering so bold they ended up restricted, forgotten, or outright banned. Yet they still whisper their legends today. And here's the twist: the machines we uncovered are only the beginning. The deeper you go into JDM history, the stranger, faster, and more forbidden the stories become. If you want those secrets, stick around. And before you leave, drop a comment telling me which outlaw you'd resurrect. Hit the like button if you discovered something new, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of Japan's hidden legends.